Alright, so let me just go over to my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, doing some pretty well. How are the best videos going? Oh my god! We did it. After 42 years of begging, finally the Down the Mine pilot has been released to public. And boy oh boy does it have stuff to show us. Stuff we never knew that would surface again has finally come out for the 80th anniversary of the franchise. So we will take a look at interesting things you missed and also at differences between the pilot, between the show and between the Railway series. As always, make sure to write a comment at any point you leave the video, please, for love of the Holy Lord, which I say that he should bless you in every single one of my videos. There isn't a better thing to do than write a comment on some creator's video. A like does nothing. A dislike does nothing. You need to give me feedback, please. Even if you leave after this intro, say it was boring, that I'm L plus bozo plus ratio plus I suck plus I fell off plus my socks suck. But leave that comment, please. Okay, let's begin. Enjoy. Number 1. Now, let's get the obvious one straight away. The aspect ratio is 4:3, not the 16:9 we are used to with the episodes. This is because of the fact that the episodes were rescanned into the 16:9 ratio when they were restored. Shit, my phone fell off. So they were rescanned into the 16:9 ratio when the episodes were restored in the 2000s. However, this did not happen with the pilot. Number 2. The usual episode running time that we have been used to in Season 1 was 4 minutes 30. Here it is shortened to 4 minutes and 9 seconds, although the script, as far as I know, set it to only be 4 minutes, so something went on here behind the scenes that we don't really understand right now. Number 3. The station set for Lower Tidmouth looks very much the same, and that is largely thanks to the station prop, which has been reused in the Season 1 episode, although the set has some slight differences when you look at it. Number 4. More props that were reused from this pilot are actually Annie and Clarabelle. If you look closely, the props are the same, however the one thing is quite clear. The faces on them are probably the same as well. If you look closely, the ones in the pilot just look newer, because it is shot 1 year before the other episodes. So basically everyone would think at this point that the faces that we see in Down the Mine in the TV series, not in the pilot, are just the same face but more worn out. Number 5. For whatever reason, the pilot leaves out the events of Off the Rails. Maybe it is because the pilot was just meant to be a single episode, so they did not want to film a flashback scene, although they probably had the props for it already. No clue what went on here, therefore. Number 6. Now, one thing that a lot of people get very annoyed about is that Thomas's basis, the E2, is actually not much shorter than Gresley's specific A3, which is Gordon's basis. So, for visual reasons, a lot of people would think that Thomas would be shorter than Gordon, when that is really not the case. However, in this pilot, Gordon is significantly higher than Thomas, which is a thing that later on got changed in the Season 1 episode. Number 7. Annie's complaints, such as, "He's dreadfully rude, I feel quite ashamed." Oh! Yes, these ones were unheard in the pilot, making the Season 1 episode actually more accurate to the Railway series dialogue. Number 8. The footage of Thomas traveling, there we go, my English. So, the footage of Thomas traveling from Lower Tidmouth to Knapford is reused from the TV series. This was not in the pilot. We can see that the set is the Season 1 set, that other shots have been filmed on, and we can also see that it is the new Thomas prop. If that wasn't obvious to you already, different props for Thomas and Gordon were used. But this video is titled Things You Missed for a reason. It's not going to be obvious things here. Number 9. More props that were reused are the green coaches, not the express ones, and the trucks. Now, one thing about the green coaches is that they were actually painted orange from one side and green from the other, which is a very well-known fact because they tried to use the same prop for 2 different colors so that they could have more variety with less budget. Very cleverly done. Number 10. Now this one is a bit more technical. Here you see Mitten's map that we see constructed in Season 3, and the routes of this episode match with this map. And Knapford is the main station in the pilot, and Lower Tidmouth is where Thomas and Gordon have their discussion in the beginning. So the map must have already been figured out here. We of course know that Lower Tidmouth does not exist in the Railway series. So the Railway series map was not the basis here. The Mitten map was already either constructed or during construction when this episode was shot. Number 11. Now here is a famous one. The shot from Thomas leaving Knapford Station is reused. This time it is reused by being shot for the pilot and being just shoved into Season 1 where it was very quickly realized that it is a different prop, it is a different look at the station that we never got to see in Season 1, and so they definitely would not build a one-off set. Although that begs the question, why does the set for Lower Sudbury exist in the TV series? Number 12. When Thomas approaches the Toryreg mine, well, I'm calling it the Toryreg mine in the Railway series. It is the Toryreg mine. Here it is located on this weird branch line junctioning off south of Knapford. But anyway, when Thomas goes to the lead mine, the pilot adds a new sign saying, "Caution, danger ahead." The Railway series and TV series just had "Danger, engines must not pass this board." This second board is also present in the pilot, and that again begs the question, why is there the "Caution, danger ahead" board in the first place? Number 13. Another way that the TV series is more accurate to the Railway series is that Thomas jerks the driver and fireman off the footplates in the Railway series and TV series. In the pilot, the fireman just willingly gets out and we have no clue what happens to the driver. He may have been jerked off, he may have just stood aside, or what went on with the driver? Was he high from the lead? Can you even get high from lead? Anyway. Number 14. Now you can bet that we would love to have the pilot crash in the actual series. It is done much better. The mine ground collapses right in front of our eyes and the rails hover, and Thomas, while going over them, they break under it. Oh, it's so realistic. The TV series just has Thomas fall down and already made whole with already broken rail. You can see that they tried to cut the budget here. This was the thing that definitely tried to sell the pilot to the investors, and oh boy did they succeed. That crash is wonderful. Number 16. Now in the pilot and in the Railway series, Thomas leans to one side when he falls down the hole. Now go ahead, test your memory skills. To which side does he lean in the Railway series and to which side does he lean in the pilot? Go ahead, I'll give you 5 seconds. It is to the right side in the pilot and to the left side in the Railway series. In the Season 1 episode, he kind of only leans forward, not really to the side. Number 17. Oh, it's pure cinema and pure horror how the Fat Controller's shadow approaches in the pilot. It's done much more dramatically. Maybe it's more flashed out, maybe it's a bit more focus on it than in the TV series, where I only at the latest rewatch realized that the shadow actually approaches it. That's how unseeable it is. So, well done to the pilot here once again. Number 18. The legendary trouble theme when the Fat Controller tries to tell Thomas off is the same as in the TV series, it is just very changed with the instruments and everything.
You out with the crane, the ground's not firm enough. Let me see. I wonder.
It does sound better in the TV series, in my opinion, but seeing that it was created all the way back here, oh, that was so nice. Number 19. The close-up of the Fat Controller here is again reused in the TV series. They probably did not want to reshoot it. Number 20. Now, if Season 1 had prop shortage, oh my gosh, the pilot had prop shortage. So Gordon's passing near to the sea and near Mrs. Kindly's cottage prop, that's not Mrs. Kindly's cottage, it's just a prop near the sea that was reused in Season 1, and under the Henry Sneeze Bridge with a signal box, which is again a new set, we can definitely tell that due to prop shortage, this was not even considered to be added in the pilot. This is a TV series exclusive. Number 21. Did you know that Gordon uses a different hook in the pilot than he does in the TV series? Out of all things, why do we have two hooks? Number 22. We have another close-up of the Fat Controller reused. Here it is, however, colored differently. The color scheme is a bit different. Or I could be just seeing things, because I'm half colorblind actually. Number 23. Third time's the charm, again a Fat Controller close-up is reused. Number 24. It was not only the Trouble theme, but the legendary Breakdown theme is also the same in the pilot and in the TV series, but again, a bit different instruments.
Call the Fat Controller.
My English teacher would kill me actually. I think it's slightly different instruments. Can native speakers help me? I asked Scots last time, so now please, all English native speakers, is it a bit or is it slightly? I don't know. Number 25. Why is Gordon smiling? What makes you happy about doing this work? What? You had the sad face for him, just why? What? Number 26. I love how Thomas just jerks out of the hole, like I believe I can fly, that. The TV series had this part much better, I think. This definitely feels like Thomas is a prop and not a real locomotive. Number 27. The Fat Controller does much more work in the pilot because he stands on Gordon and helps to pull his hook down with one of the crew members. In the TV series, he just stands by with the hook already being off. So we don't know if he did it off screen, but his doctor has forbidden him to pull, so I don't think that his doctor would allow him to lift hooks either. Number 28. The pilot almost entirely copies the dialogue after the rescue between Thomas and Gordon. These parts include number 29, United we stand, together we fall. This line in the TV series is said in season 4. Oh wow, and we had it all the way back in the pilot. Why did this legendary line get left out? No idea. And number 30, I kind of get why this got left out, because Thomas in the Railway series questions, and Ali, what was it? This part got left out in the TV series eventually, but in the pilot this is still here, so they definitely considered putting both of these here, but they decided against it. And number 31, the TV series had a 16-second uncut closing shot of Thomas and Gordon puffing off to the sunset with the camera placed in the mine. One of the most legendary placements of the camera and the most legendary shots of season 1, heck, the entire show. The pilot just has an angle of looking down at Thomas and Gordon, and it only lasts about 4 to 5 seconds. So, and that was the pilot, ladies and gentlemen. I am really glad that we finally have this, and now it is maybe time that more stuff surfaces for things like the missing coach. We know we had footage for that, not just photos. We know we had footage. Come on, Mattel, do we have to wait for the 180th anniversary for you to reveal that? Okay, jokes aside now. Thank you all for watching, and may God bless you all.